प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः।
ओम प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः. We are studying Srimad Bhagavad Gita with Shankar's commentary, and in the 10th chapter, yesterday we were reading the 33rd shloka. We had almost finished the commentary with some comments, and at that time, due to technical fault, it got stopped. We can just read that once and proceed to 34. I don't think anything had remained. Aksharanam akarosmi dvanda samasikasya cha ahameva akshaya kalo dhata aham vishwato mukha. Context we have to remember every day. That Arjuna has asked Bhagavan that what Asita, Devala, Vyas, Narada have been telling, you are also telling that. I understand that, I fully accept that nobody knows your origination, nobody knows your influence, and yet I require something more. The mind does go outside. By nature, the mind has an outgoing tendency, and the mind goes here and there, and yet I do not want to miss you even for a moment. I want to continuously think of you. So please tell me in what form I should think of you, with what special manifestations you are pervading that world, that you please tell me, without keeping anything in reserve, fully in detail you please tell me. Now Bhagavan is ready to give Arjuna whatever he wants for his spiritual life. And Bhagavan is happy that Arjuna wants more and more. But he says, it is not possible to describe in full detail because there is no end to that detail. So I will tell you sufficiently. I will tell you Eshatu Uddeshata Prokto. I will tell you the representative ones which will be sufficient for you to think of where man can go. One exercise can be done by somebody, or somebody might have done. How many he has counted here, special vibhutis. In the 10th chapter, how many special vibhutis have been counted in how many fields? So that Bhagavan thinks it is enough for Arjuna to think. So, in the 33rd shloka, we are just thinking of Vishwato Mukha Dhata. And before that, Akshaya Kalo. And we were discussing the various methods of counting this Kala. But that is over. I think we have counted sufficiently.
My one question. How many vibhutis are described here?
Yeah.
How many vibhutis?
I don't know. I'm saying somebody should count.
I say 82, Maharaj.
Huh?
82.
82?
Huh.
Oh, somewhere it is there.
I counted.
You have counted already. Very good, very good. So 82 vibhutis have been described. In 82 fields. So Arjuna can think of anything. So we have finished discussing of various types of time counting. The British 24, 60, 60, India 60, 60, 60, Gadi, Pala and Vipala, hour, minutes and seconds, and days and years and months, different type, lunar and solar and everything. So we need not go into that, because Bhagavan is telling, this is what man has created, but I am the Akshaya Kal. All through this counting, there is a continuous running Kala that I am. not these parts created by men. So we need not go into those parts. And everywhere in the world, wherever any man is doing any work, I am giving that fruit to him. So that is a special vibhuti. And we have discussed that the Mimamsakas thought that the karma itself has the capacity to produce result. But the question stands that karma is finished here and we get the result after death. So they have to imagine some adrishta. But why imagine? Bhagavan is Chetan. He can remember everything. Everything is lodged in him. So he has witnessed, and so it is he who gives the result. In other ways, Shankara has told us that if a man works as gardener, Swamiji has told this. The gardener, the owner of the garden gives him salary, not the garden. So he may not in work, but the owner of the whole world is only capable of giving each man salary. And in various Upanishads we have heard this. In Ishopanishad, that because of me, the Vayu distribute the fruit. So many instances are there that Nirguna is the ultimate nature, but the Saguni, this is all about Sagunishwar. So Sagunishwar, in the presence of Nirgunishwar, distributes fruits to everybody. So that is over. We come to 34. Mrutyuh sarvaharashchaham udbhavasya bhavisyatam kirti shri vakya narenam smritir medha dhriti kshama. I am death. Now what is death? The loss of anything man feels as death. So Bhagavan has added Sarvara Mrityu Aham. That Mrityu which takes away everything that I am. That means the physical death of the body. Everything is gone. Sometimes if you lose all money, then also it is like everything is gone. All. At the time of Pralaya, everything is gone. So all these meanings come under this Sarvara Mrityu. Everything gets dissolved in Pralaya, God. So in that way, Mrityu, Sarvara Mrityu, the main point here is that let us remember, it is only the Aryans Hindu Dharma, called by any name, Sanatana Dharma, which takes God as the destroyer. What is called we call it Semitic religions, Abrahamic religion they call them. In all other religions, God is the creator and preserver. Destroyer is devil. And so sometimes you wonder, this devil is more powerful than God. God has created, God protects, but devil comes and destroys everything. The fundamental difference is that they take word to be real. Because in the Gita concept up till now, in the truth up till now, found by the Vedantic rishis, the world is unreal. And so, God is like a child. He creates, He preserves, it is right. Small children go to the seashore and build sand castles, play with it the whole day, and then kick it out and come back to their house. They don't feel any remorse for that. And so, Utpatti, Sthiti, Laya are all from God. This is His pralaya, especially because there we feel that the world is unreal. When everything goes away, then only man feels that the world is unreal. So Mrityu is one of the important points of God's Vibhuti. He has already told that I am the creator, preserver, and destroyer. All three had told. But here he especially brought out death because that reminds a man of the unreality of the world, that makes a man think of ultimate reality, God. And so Mrityu is an important vibhuti of God. Why especially mentioned otherwise? When he mentions Srishti, that is because he is the source of all. But he had mentioned Srishti, Titi, Pralaya together. And here he has mentioned specially the death. Then, and this Kala or Mrityu, he had come repeatedly. You remember? Pitrunam, Aryamas, Asmi. So after death, what happens? Everything is God only. Mrityu sarva harashchaham udbhavasya bhavishyatam. Remember the word Udbhava, generally we call birth as Udbhava. Because the plant comes up from the earth. So Udbhava. Ud means above. Ud means towards upward. So here Udbhava means Bhavishyatam Udbhava. Bhavishyata means those who are destined to rise in the world. That is called Bhavishyata. Those whose future is bright. In them, for them, that rising power I am. That cause of their rise I am. So that is how we find everything, the very essential part is He. Not everywhere this superior among this group, but that special power is He. So in general, amongst all those who are destined to rise, that power to rise, maybe some people gain fame due to money, scholarship, or knowledge, or some greatness comes to them. So those who are destined to become great, and the cause of their rise as greatness. So this is a beautiful thing to remember, because the mind does seek greatness. I remember a person, my own eldest brother. He had a photo frame. There was Sri Ramakrishna in that photo frame for some time. Then after some time, I saw Napoleon in that very photo frame. And after that, I saw Thomas Edison in that photo frame. He became a mathematician in the end. So I understood that he is worshipping greatness. And so the cause of his rise is God only. Anyway, the mathematical problems his generations failed to find out he had solved. And he said, once I remember, in our hometown Gwalior, there was an annual fair, Mela. He said, I will install a cycle stand in fair, Mela. And gradually, I'll earn money to go to America. So that seed was there. So that seed of greatness is God's.
One question that the seed of greatness is in each individual, one who is rising. Then, as you gave the reference of your brother, he solved many problems. which were not solved earlier. So that shows that God is with him, which is manifesting. Manifesting, as Swami Vivekananda has says, that manifestation. So, can you please name that mathematician?
I told just one thing. No, what you asked, I didn't understand it.
Okay, Maharaj, I will ask later. Let me understand.
Maharaj, what he asked, can you tell me? You are listening, did not follow. Just an example of his great mathematician, I told.
Yes, okay.
I told the other thing also. He wanted to put cycle stand in the Mela for 10 years. Then I'll get sufficient money as a passage. Then I'll get money after I go there. When he was in intermediate Maharaj, he had finished the library of mathematics department in our college. And we had big professors. He had finished their knowledge. And so he went to Bombay. By the time he was doing B.Sc, he started doing great research in Tata Institute. Then this professor told, "No, don't remain in India, go to America." And there was no money. How he ran from Gwalior to Indore. Our capital was divided in two parts in those days, Madhya Bharat. Gwalior, Indore, Gwalior, Mumbai, Tata. Here and there, somehow he collected money and went to America. And he got seasickness. And his journey was terminated in London and he was hospital for 4 weeks. Message came from America that if you are able to come within 2 days, all right. Otherwise, your admission we are reserving for the next semester. And suddenly we get a telegram and everybody was shattered in the house. There is a man sick and we get a telegram. And the telegram was reached Harvard. He met the deadline. He forced the hospital people to release him and went away. Anyway, so I am telling there is a seed of greatness. Anyway, don't want to do this. One example came to my mind, so I told. You just put his name and we'll see hundreds of articles in the internet if you see. When he reached his 80th year, there was a 15-day conference in Purdue and also in Pune of all the mathematicians. He was doing his work in algebraic geometry. For that sake, he discovered so many things in algebra that there was a conference of mathematicians to discuss the implication of so and so's problems in algebra. Separate conference. So, Aflatun, he will say. So, there is a seed in that soil which will not allow you to remain where you are. That is called the seed. When he came to our Swamiji, and for our 20 minutes he went on telling, he achieved this, he achieved that. Our Swami finished everything in one sentence. Before 10 years, did you know where the wind will blow? That was his sentence. You understand? Your desires have carried you there. Before 10 years, did you know where the wind will blow? That was his sentence. So this will take us to so many other regions. He sent his professor to our house to take me to America. But Thakur's grace, already this Thakur's attraction had come in me. So I was saved. Even departing in the Punjab mail, he tells, Visa has given and he holds my hand, come with me. His professor. So, I am not telling that greatness as greatness. We are talking of worldly greatness. Udbhava. Bhavishyatam Udbhava. It is not talking about spiritual Mahatmas here. So do not count that greatness, but because of the topic I told you. An example came to my mind, I said, nearest example. And I told you the succession from that photo. That he is worshipping greatness. Napoleon, Edison. They are all very unusual people, Maharaj. I am reminded of him. In intermediate exam, in English paper, he came away after 1.5 hours. Why? Why should I struggle for English? My thing is mathematics and science. But unless you get first class, you will not get higher. That I will surely get with the help of mathematics. In English, if I pass, it is enough. Mind, can you understand? Is it not madness? His friends used to call him mad in those days. I was the object of his research many times. New ideas will be bubbling and he will tell me these things. Anyway, you have brought the topics, I will tell you where it stopped. In modern algebras, this A plus B is not equal to B plus C. Rules are very different, very different. So I asked him something about the rules. He said, you are playing football. If you put your hand, the referee will give a whistle foul. Why? No, in football, hand is not allowed. If you want to play by hand, play volleyball. Their leg is not allowed. So our mathematics depends upon the rules which we make. It's a play. In those days, Pele was a famous footballer. So Pele gets millions of dollars for changing one club to other. Universities pay for me. That is why I play. That day, my mathematics stopped. I do not want to play all my life. But here we are talking the play. Bhavishyatam. Udbhav. That's all. Now fun. Fun. Now next line is a fun. Nari, Nam. Among women. And he is telling some qualities, not any women. Kirti, Shri, Vakcha Smrutir, Medha, Dhruti, Kshama. Narinam, not one vibhuti, huh? Narinam, Kirti, Shri, Vak, Smrutir, Medha, Dhruti, Kshama. 7. So what is this women? What is this women?
These are
goddesses.
these are not the Kama, Kirti.
Are they women? No, qualities.
Qualities.
But he says Trinam, Marinam. That is again in Sanskrit grammar, feminine names, feminine qualities. Not ladies, but feminine qualities. All these are Strilingi. In Bengali, put your linga, not that. Kirti, Shri, Vak, Smriti, Meda, Dhruti, Kshama. All the words are in feminine gender. So these feminine qualities, you may revert and say the other thing. Ladies with these qualities, I am. Either these qualities I am, and you want to make ladies, then ladies which having these qualities. That cannot go. Kirti, men has kirti. So it is not ladies, the feminine qualities. Kirti is the fame, success. Here the opposite is not mentioned. Huh? Shri, what is Shri? Shri has many meanings. Shri is wealth. Primarily Shri is Lakshmi, Shri is wealth. But the physical beauty is also called Shri. And the Aishwarya, that glory, is called also Shri. Now Vak, the speech, the speaking power. Vak means Vagendriya, but that is feminine. Vak is feminine. So the power of good speech, power of powerful speech, whatever you call. The power of speech itself you can take. An important power. One of the 18 powers is Swamiji possessed as power of speech. Smriti, good memory. So these are not ladies, and definitely these are because men possess these in abundance. Smriti, what is Meda? Meda is defined as Granthartha Dharana Shakti. Granthartha Dharana Shakti. That means to understand the meaning of spiritual scriptures. Dharana, to conceive Grantha Artha. Not the Grantha words, but the Artha of the Grantha. To conceive, that power is called Meda. There is Meda Suktam and all that. Even we, as sannyasis, pray for Meda Suktam in Virjama. Anyway, Dhriti. Dhriti is a great quality. What is Dhriti? Tenacity. Tenacity. Example is, a man feels he is tired, and yet he can bring him up. That is called Dhriti. I'll give two examples. Scooter you are driving or motorbike, and it stops, petrol is over. Then you shake it and again it starts. There is something in reserve. That is Dhriti. In sports, especially tennis, I see. One person starts losing because he has finished his part. Then again he raises his here. So everybody has some reserve. And to bring up that reserve when we are generally tired, that is Dhriti, tenacity. Hold on. I am using the Shankar's definition. Elsewhere he has used this definition. 18th chapter perhaps. What is Kshama?
Forgiveness. Forgiveness.
But what is the quality? Not reacting. Not that inside there is reaction and you are weak, so you say, I pardon you. That Swamiji's mosquito and bull story. A mosquito sitting on the horn of the bull. After some time, he says, I have troubled you. He says, bring all your family and sit. I am not feeling troubled. Anyway, Kshama has to be described in little detail. The great people understand that whatever fault a man does is due to ignorance. There is no other cause of man's fault. We sometimes say deliberately he did like this. Deliberately because he is working under ignorance, finally. Two examples I'll give here also. Mahapurush Maharaj, you know, in olden days in the Swamiji's building, there was no lavatory. Even today it is not there. They have made some money. Below that three toilets which nobody use, servants use these days, that was the only lavatory in Belur Math. So early morning, Mahapurush Maharaj got up and in a tumbler he took water and was going down. Now in that corner room, that round room below, that was called the visitors room. Somebody has come to join, he will also stay there under observation. Or a guest has come, he will also stay there. So a boy from a village had come. Now many people have this habit that when they get up, the mouth becomes full with saliva. Now gentleman will go somewhere or that, but he went near the window and spat out. And the whole thing fell on Mahapuruji's clothes. As he understood, he became half dead. He came, Maharaj, Maharaj, Maharaj. And he was very coolly washing it by the water in his hand. And he said, why you are sorry? You did not know that I am passing. You did not know I am passing, so you did like it. So ignorance is the cause. And that is why he is not reacting. Another big example is Jesus Christ. They hanged him in company with thieves. And they were teasing him. He used to say, I am the Son of God. If you are Son of the God, bring all your angels. And what he did? My Father, forgive them. They do not know what they do. They do not know what they do. Ignorance is the cause. And that is why they do not react. I remember the Hindi couplet suddenly, rhymes for it. क्षमा बड़ न को उचित है, छोट न को उत्पात, कहाँ रहीम हरि को घट्यो, जो भृगु मारी ला. Bhrigu Rishi was honored by everybody. No. Bhrigu was asked by other rishis to find out who is most perfect, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. So he went to Brahma and made some deliberate, provoked him, he became angry. He went to Shiva, provoked him, he became angry. He went to Vishnu and kicked him. And Vishnu is massaging his feet and he is bearing that even always. Shri Vatsalangita. So, Shama is all right for big, Utpat is all right for small. What loss Vishnu had, even with the Bhrigu hit him with a kick, that is the rain story. So, Shama is the sign of a great people. Now, another story. Some Mahanta came and told about a brahmachari. He has this fault and this fault and this fault and remove him. Mahaprabhuji listened to everything, said, has he no merit? He said, yes, Maharaj, he has merit, this and this. Then he is enough for to pardon him. That's all. So it is their nature. A man can be tested on this anyway. Anyway, so we have discussed at length all these seven. Shankar says, Mrityu Dvivido, Dhanadhyara Pranahara cha Sarvara Ucca. He says, two types of deaths are called Sarvara. If all money is gone or if pranas are gone. Both are Sarvara. Uchyate sa ahamiti. I am that. Loss of money or loss of life, I am that. Tutapuri realized death is God, death is man, life is man, etc. So aham ityartha. Athava, Shankar gives another meaning. Para Ishvara pralaya sarvaharanat sarvaharasa. At the time of pralaya, Ishwar, haram is taking away, stealing actually, haram is taking away everything. So Ishwar is sarvahara. At the point of pralaya, he takes away everything. So he, so that Ishvara I am. That Ishvara who takes away everything at the time of pralaya, I am. So many avenues to think of God. Udbhava, Utkarsha, Abhyudaya, Tat Prapti Hetu Cha Aham. Udbhava means Utkarsha, being drawn upwards. Utkarsha, pulled upwards. Abhyudaya, Shankar says it means worldly greatness. He has told you Abhyudaya, worldly greatness. Tat Prapti Hetu Cha. So both the worldly greatness and the cause of the worldly greatness, both. Aham, I am that. I am the worldly greatness. I am the cause of the worldly greatness. Kesham, for whom? Bhavishyatam, Bhavi Kalyananam, Utkarsha Prapti Yogya Nam Ityartha. Those who will come to blessedness in future means those who have potentiality to become great. I am that potential. Everybody does not have that potential. Now somebody rises in cricket or sports or learning so many things, music. He has that seed. So that greatness and the cause of that greatness both have. Kirti, Shri, Vakya, Narinam, Smriti, Meda, Dhruti, Kshama, iti eta. He has not described each one of them. Eta Uttama Strina Maham Asmi Yasam Abhasa Matra Sambandena Api Loka Krutartham Atmanam. So Shankara has described these seven qualities. Even at touch of them, people think I am great. I have achieved my goal of life, Krutartha. So these seven things are such that even by a touch of them, men feel I achieved my goal of life. Those seven qualities I have. So Shankara is one way of commenting. Briyat Sama Tatha Samnam Gayatri Chandasamaham Masanam Margashirshoham Ritunam Kusumakaraha. Now, Sama we know, we have discussed that day, that from Rigveda, that which can be sung. Now, within that which can be sung, there is a Brihat Sama, a long song. Brihat Sama. So I am that. Among the singing things in Vedas, I am that which is a long song. Chandasam Am Gayatri. I told you that Gayatri is the name of a Chanda. So among meters, I am Gayatri. Why Gayatri, sir? Because in that meter, the famous Gayatri mantra is there. So Gayatri Chanda has become great because of that mantra. Masana Margashirsho.
Agrayan.
Why? Why? Is the Vibhuti?
Not so cold, not so cold. Not
Oh no, very cold. Very cold. Dhanurmas. 15 December to 15 January is Margashirsha. How not cold? Very cold. Hemanta. Two reasons. One is, as you said, the name Margashirsha, Agrahayan. The months were counted from there, the first month. But the main reason is Gita was told in that month. That is the main reason, nearest reason. The Gita Jnana is being given to Arjuna in Margashirsha. Margashirsha Shuddha Ekadashi is Gita Jayanti. 2 days after Premananda Jayanti. ऋतु नाम कुसुमाकरा किंतु.
Basanto. Thakur.
Why? Why spring?
Thakur came. Chaitanya.
Krishna is telling. At that time Thakur had not come. All the trees are laden with flowers and fruits. Only in spring. In spring, people feel more joy. Your Dol Purnima, Ranga, and Valentine Day, everything is in spring. Sadhguru Swami says, by one particle of God joy, the whole world is happy. And in springtime, perhaps that one particle had 1.5 particle, little more. So people feel more joy. Jnaneshwar Maharaj has called Guru Upayavana Vasanta. If your Upaya is a forest, Guru is the Vasanta. It will bear fruit at that time when the Guru enters. Upayavana Vasanta, Guru. Anyway, so Ritunam Kusumakara. His name itself is not given spring. Kusumakara, which brings flowers. Among seasons, I am that which brings flowers. Shankar says, Brot Samatata Samnam Pradhanamasmi. It is the main Sama. Gayatri Chanda Samaham. Gayatradi Chando Vishishtanam Richam Gayatri Rut Ahamit. So Shankara changed the meaning. We say Gayatri Chanda is great because the Gayatri mantra is there. He said that mantra which is in Gayatri Chanda, that mantra is great. Because of that mantra, Chanda is great. Shankar says, because that mantra is in Chanda, that mantra is great. Gayatri Ru Amitartha. That Richa and Gayatradi Chando Vishishtanam. So here says, among Chandas, Gayatri Adi. That is true. Richam Gayatri Ruk Aham Ityartha. So, Chando Vishishta Richa. So, the mantras in different meters. Among, not different meters, but among mantras in different meters, I am that mantra which is in Gayatri meter. So, it comes to the same thing. Masanam Margashirsham, no comment. Ritunam Kusuma Koro, Vasanta, only name he has given. Dyutam Chalayatam Asmi, Tejasvinamaham, Jayosmi, Vyavasayosmi, Sattvam Sattvatamaham. In this chapter, we are proceeding very slowly. We are taking rasa of every special thing. Chalayatam, those who deceive people. What are you? I am gambling. Because he is referring to the recent. Pandavas lost everything in that Dyutam. So many things he is describing which are very recent at hand. So Chalayatam Dyutam Asmi. You know the tradition, faith about this Dyuta? In Diwali, it is taken as dharma to play gambling. Among the Brahmins, especially, in UP or MP. Many places also. Our cook, he would take leave on Diwali, compulsorily. He has to play gambling. Because that is dharma. Yudhishthira applied, so we also to play. So, there is a Bhagavan Vibhuti. Bhagavan has said, I am. So many traditions become built up like that. They must, it's a compulsory, they must play. Otherwise, you lose your caste or you are not traditional. With our cook, it was funny. Many days together, we'll tell him, don't take leave. No, I will not take leave, I will not take leave. And on the evening night, he'll go. He'll be pulled away. Then he will come after 8 or 10 days. So, Chalayatam Asmi Dyutam. Tejasvinam, I told there is no particular order here. Na? Tejasvinam am Tejaha. Tejasvi, that is the character, that Teja, that Teja I am. Jayosmi, Vyavasayosmi, Sattvam Sattvatamaham. Now, there is no cha here. Huh? So it is not all about Sattvatam. So we have to supply other with it. Jayosmi, victory of the victorious. Those who win, I am their victory. Vyavasayosmi, Vyavasaya is never business. Huh?
Effort, endeavor.
Second chapter we have studied Vyavasaya. So many times we have studied.
Nischay.
निश्चयात्मिका बुद्धि व्यवसाय
What Nishyatmika Buddhi?
Vyavasayatmika buddhi.
What is the meaning there? I am trying to tell you the meaning.
To do in things certain.
Vyavasayatmika Buddhi
Sevatva buddhi.
eka iya gurunandana bahushakhai anantascha buddho vyavasayinam.
Concentrated.
Important thing, huh? In the second chapter, Karma Yoga is taught. Now, Sankhanam Jnana Yoga is taught already. And then he says, I will teach you now the buddhi of the yogis. And there it tells this that only one criteria. Those karma yogis have only one criteria. What will take me to God? No other criteria. So you have to use your own judgment. Your judgment may become wrong, but that is the only criteria. Tomorrow you'll come to know. Contrast, those who don't have this criteria, they are infinite criteria. No end to their criteria. Shall I earn more money? Shall I earn name? Shall I do this? Shall I do that? Endless become the criteria for those who don't have the criteria of God word. So, Nishyatmika that I want to realize God. Examples. Other Thakur's disciple was a deputy magistrate, which was a very big thing in those days. But he was trying for chairman Calcutta Corporation. And for that he was going this man, and he was praying Thakur also, please offer Belpada to mother for my sake. Thakur scolded him that your deputy magistrate is not a small thing. Why you are running about? Now he was the judge, he started cross-examining Thakur. Narendra is struggling for a job. Will he struggle or not? Thakur said, yes, his mother and brothers are hungry, dying of hunger, so he must struggle for a job. Other says, suppose he gets a job of 100 rupees or a job of 200 rupees. Will he accept 200 or not? Cross-examination. What Thakur replied?
In a good way. In a good way. If he earns more, it is okay. If he
No. Devotees do not think like that. That is Thakur's reply. Devotees do not think like that, whether 100 or 200. That is Thakur's reply. So devotees' criteria is different. Suppose he sits at home and does japa and God, and somebody gives him 200 rupees. Why will he say no? But suppose 200 rupees makes more work, he will get no time. Then, so devotees do not think like that. So their thinking is different, and that is what I am saying. That is your side. He will try for a job definitely because they are hungry. So absolute need is accepted. Master Masha asked Thakur, shall I try to earn more also? Thakur said, yes. If it is for serving God and serving devotees, doing good works, yes. So see, criteria. What will help me in going to God? Shall I give a worldly example? Time is getting over. Who had a student in Chennai, Students Home. Now there we give diploma in mechanical engineering. But he wanted to study more. AMI and then ME. Now he got job from L&T and also that motor company. Now in L&T job was much more paying, but work is too heavy. and he got a government job. Salary was much less, but work was much less. So he accepted government job, evening class he attended AMI, passed AMI, passed A. In Chandigarh he was helped by Kirtanji. So there he got some job, finished ME and went to Canada. So criteria is I want to study more. So his thinking is different, whether more money or less money. That is not his thinking. He is thinking of education. Example I am giving. So Bhakta's criteria is what shall help me going to God. No other criteria. Opposite to this, who don't have this criteria, there is no help to their Bahushakai Anantascha Buddhayo. Avyavasayanam Buddhayo Anantascha Shaka. Ramifications within this, with job, with child. 100. They are not able to decide. So the very thinking or criteria is different. That is Vyavasaya. Vyavasayatmika Buddhi Eka Iha Kurunanda. Here means in this field, only one Vyavasayatmika Buddhi is there. That is how to go to God. For Karma Yogis. So, Vyavasayosmi, that Nishchatmika Buddhi, that criteria that I will judge everything by whether I will be able to go to God or not, that I am. Sattvam Sattvatamaham. Now this is very big topic. What is the Sattvata? You have heard the Sattva?
Sattva, Raja, Tamo, three qualities.
Sattvatam Sattva. You have not heard Sattva Pariksha? Sattva Pariksha, what do you have not heard?
Yes, yes.
Huh?
And that story
Hundreds of examples, not one. You,
Harishchandra.
huh?
Harishchandra.
I'm not talking about Satya. Sattva.
Sat.
A man accepts some principle of life. That is called Sattva. And that is tested by gods. So many examples that Anasuya, Pativrata, and the gods came to test her, and they asked her give Bhiksha becoming naked in front of us. And she did that, and they became children. And that is how Dattatreya was born. So Sattva Pariksha. Your Savitri, she defeated god of death by her Sattva. Rama said, I shoot only one arrow. Never failing that arrow will kill him. एक वाणी एक पत्नी एक वचनी रघुकुल रीति सदा चली आई प्राण जाया पर वचन न जाई. So that is called the principle of life, for which he lives the entire life. That is called Sattva. Sat means being. Sattva means to be. So Sattvatam Sattva I am. That principle which they hold fast unto death, that I am. That only makes a man great. Even at the cost of death, you don't give up your principle. Suddenly some example, hey, time is over. My Guruji's eldest brother, he made him fall down on earth sat on his chest by his knees, pulled his tongue and said, "You will marry or not?" He said, "No, I will not marry." Man does not become great automatically. This is Sattva Pariksha. I will not marry. Our Ghanananda Swamiji, who was in London, they forcibly married him and put husband and wife in one room throughout the night. And what was he doing throughout the night? Trying to break one of these grills, window grills. In the morning, they saw it and released him. Somewhere we met Dridavratam. So some hard principle of life at the cost of death. Right. Overshot our time, only 3 shlokas. What to do? Shankar says, Dhyutam Aksha Devanadi Lakshanam. Aksha Devanadi means playing with that dice. Chalayatam Chalasya Karturunam, those who deceive. Asmi Teja Tejasvinamam Asmi Jaya Asmi Jetrunam, those who win, I am the Jaya. Vyavasaya Asmi Vyavasayinam, I am the Nishyatmika Buddhi of those Nishyatmika people. Sattvam Sattotam Satvikanam Aham. That is called Sattvika. Those who hold on to some principle. That is actually by excess of Sattva only this comes. Holding on to a principle. Om Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vetra Ekapanaye Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Gita-amrita Duhe Namaha. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.
Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vetraikapanaye Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Gita-amrita Duhe Namaha.